Building peace in the face of extreme violence is never easy. However, it is within the context of that violence, peace building becomes the most essential. The southern city of Aden has been affected by the greatest amount of Yemeni internal displacement, and its citizens now must live alongside northern Yemenis fleeing violence. With the increase of tensions due to the influx of people in the city, clashes between groups have become more frequent and are in constant danger of increasing. Adapting local popular games, Generations for Peace, Sports for Peace activities in schools have worked to bring together the different populations, addressing regional conflict, empowering female students, and providing psychological support for children who have witnessed the intense violence. Within a very volatile and difficult context, GFP volunteers have had to find creative ways to ensure the program objectives are being met, and adopting fresh approaches to create safe spaces where positive interaction, learning, and exchange is promoted. This year's Innovation Award goes to the Sport for Peace program in Aden, Yemen.
Citizens of the Kaduna State in Nigeria have experienced sharp tensions from religious and ethnic differences since before Nigeria became an independent state, but in recent years, these tensions have increasingly expressed themselves along ethnic lines. Generations for Peace has approached the situation in Nigeria by using transformative dialogue, providing participants with a safe, open space to interact with each other and share their views and feelings about the conflicts between them. This increase of communication among members of different ethnic groups has empowered many of the youth and adult participants emerge from the program with higher tolerance levels and a greater understanding of members of other ethnic groups. This is enabling them to more effectively work towards building peaceful futures in their communities and leveraging the ethnic diversity of the more than 60 ethnic groups the state is endowed with. This year's Equality Award goes to the Dialogue for Peace United in Diversity program in Nigeria.
Education is the best way to invest in the next generation. In Uganda, however, school-related gender-based violence prevents both girls and boys from receiving the highest quality of education available and can be a lifelong inhibitor to them leading productive and balanced lives. Throughout Uganda, school-related gender-based violence is happening at an alarming rate, with levels estimated to be as high as 81%. In Soroti, Generations for Peace supports teachers and youth leaders in their efforts to use sport and arts for peace to reduce gender-based violence in schools, facilitating trust and providing a voice for disempowered adolescents and youth. Outcomes included not only an increase in respect among students and a strengthening of confidence and assertiveness in victims of violence, but also a higher awareness in perpetrators about the impact of their actions. This year's Impact Award goes to Sport and Arts for Peace, reducing school-related gender-based violence through sport and arts in Soroti, in Uganda.
A community is only as strong as the ties between its members. In communities made up of diverse groups, the strength of these ties is even more essential in order to maintain and promote the well-being of the community as a whole. For Jordanian and Syrian youth, there are few spaces to peacefully interact, and thus instead of being able to work together to create positive change, the threat of intolerance and violence has only increased. GFP's Advocacy for Peace programs allow Jordanian and Syrian youth to interact, get to know more about one another, and collectively identify issues of interest and concern to themselves. With extensive engagement of relevant stakeholders and community buy-in, this program has evolved into wider community-based dialogue that is promoting social cohesion and creating a united yet diverse group of youth and families working together to address community issues essential for building sustained peace. This year's Sustainability Award goes to the Advocacy for Peace Youth Resolve program in Jordan.